through the artwork. And when I walked into Alex's gallery in Manhattan, it just screamed at me. It was like walking into a Salvador Dali gallery. And frankly, I know Andy Warhol is a major inspiration to Alex, but I think much far superior to Andy Warhol. So it literally was a very compelling thing. I went there with my mother. My mother passed away a few years ago. She died of breast cancer, and I spent a lot of time, not because she thought I spent a lot of time with my mom anyway, but at the end of the day, I really came to appreciate this style of art. And so we got to know the Grays, and my brother really facilitated the introduction. And I started thinking, we watch CNN, we watch TMZ, we watch all these things, and we honor all these crazy things, like Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, all these things. But most of us in the room aren't Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton. If you're actually here, I apologize. but most of us actually make the world go around in a way that they can actually kind of have a universe that allows them to support themselves just for being, essentially actresses, or being, in some respects, just for simply being famous. And my company is an engineering company, and I wanted to honor engineers, and I wanted to honor the tradition of electrical engineering. And so I talked to Alex about this, and I actually had a totally different vision for this painting. And I wrote it down. I went round and round with him. And the one thing I've learned about working with artists is it's irrelevant. Which it's irrelevant. But here's the difference. When you work with a great artist, you cannot believe. That what you thought you were getting so leaps out at you. And I came in late last night, and I stared at this for the first time, and I was floored. I was blown away. He completely went in a direction that I actually technically didn't want, and I cannot believe how unbelievable to me. And so the essence of this painting to me, and Alex is going to come here and explain it to you, is honoring the complexity of essentially the mechanics that make the world go around, which is electricity, telecommunications, satellite, optics, those kinds of things. And there's other things too, but that's the focus of this painting. So anyway, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Eric, and thank you, Allison, who's here tonight. We co-founded the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, which is one of the beneficiaries of tonight. It was held really the primary beneficiary of Bill. This year, he made a great contribution to our chapel project, and also this painting. So we're incredibly honored to. I had a vision as soon as I talked to Bill, and I did try to present it several times, I know, and finally... I almost sent him a sketch. And then I made an etching. Yes, and then I told him. And then you were more open to this way of seeing things. Now, this is a symbolic painting, and I think we should just unveil it. And then I'll say a few other words, and we can.
I don't know. Thank you. You take those.
Should we turn these lights off?
So this painting is called The Light Worker. And so you can see, as
Follow
soon
the
as I
cord.
saw MC Dean's logo and understood
There you
that
go.
it's
That's it.
kind of the universal symbol for energy, that had to be a strong component in the piece. And then I started to realize that every pulse of energy or information that we work with is human power, actually. And so it gave me insight into the complex task that beset the engineers there at MC Dean, and that each one of them, in a way, is shouldering this force and bringing light to people. So even at great risk, this is certainly not a do this, you know, don't touch electricity or it's not how to. So it becomes a very symbolic language that tries to find a classic statement. There was something about honoring the worker that I found really profoundly selfless, and one of the reasons that I thought MC Dean was such an extraordinary company. They were able to do things that no one else would dare try to do. Everybody said, you can't build that base in less than 8 months. We'll do it in 3. And so they had penetrating insight. That's why this kind of saw blade of intelligence is coming down. Ultimately, we're guided by a higher force. And I think that to be able to share the light and the information web in such a way as MC Dean is capable of, and to also symbolically not only point to the real manifestation in the corporation of this task, but to point to also a higher light that we all are working for as well. So, anyway, I'm greatly honored by the opportunity to serve and to honor both your mother and your father in this vision of the life.
My pleasure. We aspire to live into this painting, and everybody actually what's our vision and mission. I'm just going to go point at this painting. So thank you guys. We're actually officially done. We can actually go back outside.